Hi everyone, it's me again, Kiana, and welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you are new here, as I said, my name is Kiana. I do bookish videos here. I try to post now in 2022 between 2 to 3 times a week. So let's go ahead and get started with this video. For the first time ever, I'm going to be doing some of my most anticipated releases for 2022. I have 12 here. So I have 12 written down, and then I have my iPad here with my list so I can read you the books, and I'm going to insert photos so you can see what the covers look like, and I'm going to read what they're about. I have them labeled by, I have them in order of what I'm most excited for. So let's go ahead and get started with this video. So the first book I'm so excited for, we don't have a copy yet when I'm recording this on January 11th of what it looks like, but it is Chain of Irons by Cassandra Clare. This is the third and I believe final book in the Last Hour trilogy. So in this one, it says The Last Hour is a new Shadowhunter series set in 1903. It deals with the next generation after Will, Tessa, and Jem, as well as Charlotte and Henry's children, Tatiana Blackthorn's children, the Lightwood kids, and many more. 1903 is right around the time that the Victorian era chips over into the Edwardian era. Beautiful clothes, fabulous history, and so much more that I'm excited to write about. The title is taken from the book The Great Exceptions, of which the series is a retelling. Ooh, so the last one is going to be a retelling of it. Those of you who have read The Midnight Air and thought of the Bane Chronicles probably have some ideas about certain of the characters. And yeah, so we don't really have a synopsis of what the third book is going to be hitting. It says that it is supposed to be released now on November 1st. I'll insert that here, 2022. Before, we didn't have a release date, but now I am very, very happy. The next one, again, we don't have a actual cover, but this is the cover that's on Goodreads, and it is Silverborn, The Mystery of Morgan Crow by Jessica Townsend. I believe this is going to be the fourth and final book, but I never know. I absolutely love the series. I read the first 3 and absolutely loved it. So all it says is that Morgan Crow is ready for a new adventure. In Silverborn, The Mystery of Morgan Crow, we will travel to places in Nevermore that we've never seen. We'll meet people from Morgan's past who will be very important in untangling the mystery of who she is as she sides with someone very dangerous to learn more of the wondrous arts. In the third book that I read in November, December, I want to say, she gives herself over to Ezra Squall to try to help him figure out what is going on in Nevermore. So I'm very excited to see how this is. This is a middle grade series. Highly, highly recommend it if you haven't read it. So yes. My third most anticipated release, I didn't even know that this was coming out until I was looking at books that were coming out in 2022, because I had thought the fourth book was the final book, but it is Arusha and the Nectar of Immortality by Roshni Chokshi. This is going to be the 5th book in the Pandava series. So before I go into the synopsis, this series follows Arusha, who is known to be a liar. She lies about everything. So on her Thanksgiving recess, some kids from her school come over to the museum where her mom works at. They live right above it, and they end up waking the sleeper, which in this, I believe it's Hindu mythology, is very bad. He wants to end the time. Aru finds out that she is the reincarnated spirit of one of the Pandava brothers, who is set to protect the world and everything. Absolutely love this series. It is hilarious. It is, again, middle grade, but love it. So in this one, the Pandavas only have until the next full moon to stop the sleeper, so they're still fighting the sleeper from gaining access to the Nectar of Immortality, which will grant him infinite powers. But how can Aru, Minnie, and Breen hope to defeat him without their celestial weapons? The sleeper and his army are already plundering the labyrinth, and the sisters can't even enter. Their quest to get in will have them calling on an old friend, meeting new allies, and sisters can't even and facing fearsome trials, like performing in a rock concert. When the moment of confrontation finally arrives, it's up to Aru, of course, because she's our main character, to decide who deserves immortality, the divas or the Orshras. The most unexpected answer will come from the most unexpected place. More surprises and delights, gods and demons. This is set to come out April 5th, so I will be buying this. My fourth anticipated release is Con Leche by Emery Lee. This is set to come out May 10th. And in this one, we follow a guy named Theo Mori, and it says, sometimes bitter rivalries can brew something sweet. Theo Mori wants to escape. Leaving Vermont for college means getting away from working at his parents' Asian American cafe and dealing with their arch rival's hopeless son, Gabby, who lost the soccer team more games than Theo can count. Gabby Moreno is mysteriously stuck in the closet, forced to play soccer to hide his love for dance, and then iced out by Theo, the only openly gay guy at school. Gabby's only repentance is his parents' Puerto Rican bakery and his plans to take over after graduation. But the town's new fusion cafe changes everything. Between the More's struggling shop and the Moreno's plan to sell their bakery in the face of competition, both boys find their dreams in jeopardy. Then Theo has an idea: sell photo-worthy food covertly at school to offset their losses. When he sprains his wrist and Gabby gets roped in to help, they realize they need to work together to save their parents' shop. But will their new feelings rising between them be enough to send their future plans up in smoke? That sounds very interesting. Like I said, if you watched my 2022 goals, I wanted to read more diverse books. So we have an Asian American and a Puerto Rican guy, and it's LGBT. We're loving it. My next one is On My Rage by Sabaa Tahir. This is supposed to come out March 1st of 2022. This is one of her newest release, and I'm very excited. I absolutely love Sabaa Tahir. So, this follows someone named Miss Ban, and this person is a dreamer and a storyteller, newly married to Tawfiq in an arranged match. After their young life is shaken by tragedy, they come to the United States and open the Clouds Rest Inn motel, hoping to restart. Juniper, California. Now, Salahuddin and Noor are more than friends. They are family, growing up as outcasts in the small desert town of Juniper, California. They understand each other the way no one else does, until the fight, which destroys their bond with the swift fury of a star exploding. Now, Sal's campus to run the family motel as his mother, Miss Ba's health fails, and his grieving father loses himself to alcoholism. Noor, meanwhile, walks a harrowing tightrope, working at her wrathful uncle's liquor store while hiding the fact that she's applying to college so she can escape him and Juniper forever. When Sal's attempt to save the motel spirals out of control, he and Noor most ask themselves what friendship is worth and what it takes to defeat the monsters in their past and the ones in the midst. I absolutely love Sabaa Tahir. She is one of my favorite authors. I talked to her like those times that she's responded to me on my Twitter. Absolutely love it. Cannot wait. My sixth most anticipated is called Freddy vs. the Family Curse by Tracy Badu. I hope I'm saying that right. This is supposed to come out May 3rd. A whole bunch of May books. And in this one, we are following it's a middle grade, and we are following all it says is we are following a young Filipino-American boy must team up with his ancestors to break the curse that haunts their families for generation, or to be trapped in an amulet forever. It's diverse, it's middle grade, it has to do with a curse. I'm very excited for it. The next one I want to read, I believe this is another middle grade. There's a lot of middle grades in here, and I'm perfectly fine with that. And it's called The Witch, the Sword, and the Cursed Knights by Alexandra Rogers. This is supposed to come out February 8th, so this is supposed to come out next month. And we follow 12-year-old Ellie, can't help that she's a witch and the most hated memory of the society. Determined to prove her worth and eschew her heritage, she applies to the Fairy Godmother Academy, her golden ticket to societal's acceptance. But her dreams are squashed when she receives the dreaded draft letter to serve as a knight of King Arthur's legendary Round Table. She can get out of the draft, but only if she saves a lost cause. Enter Caedmon, a boy from Wisconsin struggling with the death of his best friend. His first dismisses the draft as ridiculous magic can't possibly exist. But when Merlin's ancient magic foretells his family death if he doesn't follow through, he travels to the Night Castle where he learns of a wicked curse, legions the night of their powers. To break the curse, Ellie and Caedmon must pass a series of deathly trials and reforge the lost shattered sword of Excalibur. And unless Ellie accepts her witch magic and Caedmon rises to become the knight he was meant to be, they both will fail. This sounds very, very entertaining to me. We get to see King Arthur, Camelot, and all of that, so I'm very excited. The next book I want to read is Witchlings by Claribel A. Ortega. This is supposed to come out April 5th. And in this one, It says that it is for fans of Amari and the Night Brothers and Nevermore. It is about 3 witchlings who must work together to do the impossible if they have any hope of ever earning their full powers. Every year in the magical town of Ravenskill, witchlings who participate in the Black Moon ceremony are placed into covens and come into their powers as full-fledged witches. As 12-year-old Seven Salazar, Harry Potter reference right there, can't wait to be placed in the most powerful coven with her best friend, but on the night of the ceremony in front of the entire town, she isn't even placed in one of them. She's a spare. Spare covens have fewer witches, are less powerful, and are looked down upon everyone else. Even worse, when Seven and other 2 spares perform the magic circle to seal their coven and cement themselves as sisters, it doesn't work. They're stuck as witchlings and will never be able to perform powerful magic. Seven invokes her only option, the impossible attack. The 3 sparrows will be assigned an impossible task. If they work together and succeed at it, their coven will be sealed and they can gain their full powers. If they fail, will the last coven to make an attempt be turned into toads forever? But maybe friendship can be the most powerful magic of all. I love reading witch books. It is absolutely one of my favorite things ever. So when I was on Goodreads looking at other people's most anticipated reads and I had saw this, I got so excited. Absolutely can't wait. My next one is Book Lovers by Emily Henry, and this is supposed to come out again May 3rd. My sister absolutely loves Emily Henry. I just bought one of her books, so let's see if the feeling is mutual. So one summer, 2 rivals, a plot twist they didn't see coming. Nora Stephen's life is in books. She reads them all, and she's not the type of heroine. Not the plucky one, not the laid-back dream girl, and especially not the sweetheart. In fact, the only people Nora is a heroine for are her clients, for whom she lands enormous deals as a cutthroat literary agent, and her beloved sister, Libby. Which is why she's agreed to go to Sunshine Falls, North Carolina for a month of August, when Libby begs her sister for a trip away, with visions of a small-town transformation for Nora, who's she's convinced needs to become the heroine in her own story. But instead of picnics in the meadow or run-ins with a handsome country doctor or the bulging 4-armed bartender, Nora keeps bumping into Charlie Lestrade, a bookish brooding editor from back in the city. It would be a meet cute if not for the fact they've met many times and it has never been cute. If Nora knows she's not an ideal heroine, Charlie knows he's nobody's hero. But as they are thrown together again and again in a series of coincidence no editor worth their salt would allow, what they discover might just unravel the carefully crafted stories they've written about themselves. It's the perfect enemies to lover for me. Cannot wait. My next one, again, is, I believe, a middle grade, and it is called The Marvels by Donnelly Clayton. This is supposed to come out, again, May 3rd. We follow 11-year-old Ella Duran is the first conjurer to attend the Arkham Training Institute, where marvelers from all over the world could come together to practice their cultural arts like brewing Indian spice elixirs, practicing Caribbean steel drum hypnosis, and bartending with fussy Irish fairies. Ella knows some people misjudge her conjurer magic, only deemed bad and unnatural, but she's eager to make a good impression and hopefully some friends. But Ella discovers that being the first isn't easy and not all of the marvelers are welcoming. Still, she connects with fellow misfits Bridget, a girl who hates magic, and Jason, who is never found without a magical creature's eye too. Just as Ella begins to find her way at the ATI and Astor's criminal escapes from prison, supposedly with conjurer's help. Worse, her favorite teacher, Terry Tharku, never returns from a research trip, and only Ella seems concerned about his disappearance. As tension grows in the world, Ella finds herself the target of vicious rumor and growing suspicious. With the help of her new friends, Ella must find a way to clear her family's name and track down her beloved mentor before she loses her place at ATI forever. Again, it's diverse. We have people coming from all different cultures with their own magic. It's middle grade, which I absolutely love and adore. What can't you like about it? I'm very excited. A bunch of these books are coming out in May so far, but I believe I've only looked for May, so this is probably going to just be part 1. So this book has already come out, but I haven't got the chance to get it, and it is called When You Get the Chance by Emma Lord. It came out January 4th. So this book says, nothing will get in the way of Millie Price's dream to become a Broadway star. Not her lovable but super introverted dad, who after raising Millie alone doesn't want her to leave home to pursue her dream. Not her pesky and ongoing drama rival, drama club rival Oliver, who is the definition of simmering romantic tension, not the Millie moods, the feelings of intense emotion that threaten to overwhelm, always at maddening, inconvenient times. Millie needs an ally, and when a leftover browser brings Millie to her dad's embarrassing, moody live journal from 2003, she knows what to do. She's going to find her mom. There's Steph, a still aspiring stage actress and receptionist at a talent agency. There's Feyre, a dance teacher who clearly doesn't have the 2 left feet Millie has, and Beth, the chipper and sweet stage enthusiasm with an equal exuberant 15-year-old daughter, a possible sister. This one is getting out of hand. And how can you find a new part of your life and expect to fit into your old one without leaving any marks? And why is it that when you go looking for the past, it somehow keeps bringing you back to where you've had all along? So this is very interesting. I feel like it's like a movie. A girl wants to branch out. She never met her mom. She's only ever lived with her dad. I think this is going to be very interesting. And then the 12th and final book that I want to read that's coming out is called This May End Badly by Samantha Markham. This is supposed to come out April 12th. And we follow 2 teenage girls. When a high-stakes boarding school prank war leads to a fake dating scheme, 2 teens must decide if they are ready to take the ultimate risk, falling in love. Pranking mastermind Doe and her motley band of Weston girls are determined to win the century-long war against Winfield Academy before the clock ticks down on their senior year. But when their headmistress announced that the Weston school will merge with its rival school the following year, their longtime feud spirals into chaos. To protect the school that has been her safe haven since her parents' divorce, Doe puts together a plan to prove once and for all that the Winfield boys and Weston girls just don't mix. Starting with a direct hit at 3, Winfield's Boy King and Hieronymus. In a desperate move to win, Joe strikes a bargain with 3's cousin, Wells. If he fake dates her to get under 3's skin, she'll help him get right back his rightful family heirloom from 3. As the prank escalates, so do her feelings for her fake boyfriend, and Doe spends lie after lie to keep up with her end of the deal. But when a teacher long suspected of inappropriate behavior messes with a younger Weston girl, Doe has decided what's more important: winning a rivalry or joining forces to protect someone far more critical than a prank war legacy. I absolutely can't wait for this to come out. I think I'm gonna buy this on my Kindle so I can read it like as soon as it comes out. Fake dating, love. Pranks, love. And the fact that she's willing to give up everything when she feels that something inappropriate is happening, absolutely love. So those are my top 12 books for I think the first part of the year that's coming out. I'm very excited for all of them. I'll be leaving here 2 videos you guys should go check out. I try to post 2 to 3 times a week, and I'll be seeing you guys hopefully very soon with another video. Bye guys.